Okay, let's get into it. We are going to make us some Marry Me soup. This is a play on the viral Marry Me chicken, and this was created by TheMoodyFoody. You can look her up on Instagram and Facebook. She's really, really big on TikTok as well. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to dice up some onions. Next, we're going to get our garlic minced. And remember that you are able to reference the full recipe in the description box below. Make sure that garlic is minced really good, and you're going to put it in a bowl and set it to the side. Next, we are going to chop up some basil, and this is fresh basil. Don't use the dried. Definitely get the fresh basil because it definitely makes a difference when you add it to the end of the dish. Now with our chicken breasts, I did have some thick chicken breasts and I was able to split them and add some olive oil. And then we're going to start with our seasoning. We're going to add in our paprika, our Cajun seasoning, our garlic powder, and our onion powder, some salt. And this is my damn good all-purpose seasoning. And we are going to mix the seasonings into the chicken and make sure it's well covered, just like this. Now we are going to take some bacon and we are going to fry this bacon until it is crispy, and we are going to save the bacon fat that is going to be left at the bottom of the pan. So you don't want to get rid of that because you will be using that to fry the chicken, or pan sear should I say. So definitely go ahead and cook your bacon, and you're going to remove that bacon from the pan and you are going to set that bacon to the side because you will be adding it at the end of the dish. If you don't like bacon or you don't like pork, you can skip this part. I know we have a lot of pork patrol out there, so definitely skip this if you don't like bacon or pork. Don't worry about the dark spot at the bottom of the pan. This will come up when I deglaze the pan. So right now we're going to get a good sear on our chicken breast. Remember that we are adding this into the bacon fat. Once you get a good sear, you're going to go ahead and flip to the other side. You want to cook this chicken breast through and make sure that it's completely done. And you are going to take it out and you're going to later shred the chicken. So once it's done, just go ahead and take it out the pot. Now we are going to add in our butter. And we're going to go ahead and take those onions and the garlic that we minced earlier, and we're going to make sure that we cook those until they start to get soft. After that, we are going to add in our flour, and the exact measurements will be in the description box. You want to cook the flour into the onions until the onions are pretty much brown. And now we're going to add in our sun-dried tomatoes. You want this to cook maybe for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then we are going to start adding in our chicken broth, as well as we're going to add in our heavy whipping cream. Now it's time to season the actual soup. So we're going to go in with paprika. We're also going to add in some more salt, our Italian seasoning, some garlic powder and onion powder, and we're going to also add in some more Cajun seasoning. And we're going to mix that together and bring it up to a simmer. I did go in and add some of my damn Umami seasoning to the mix. That's not on the recipe, but I did go ahead and add that in. Now we're adding in our Yukon goat potatoes to the broth. And this is what it looks like so far. So you want to make sure that you are cooking the potatoes. So after that begins to cook for maybe about 15 to 20 minutes max, you're going to then shred that chicken and add that chicken into the pot. We are almost at the finish line, and it's looking really, really good. Like when I tell you, the aroma in the house was crazy. So I did let this cook for maybe about another 10 minutes on low, and this is what it's looking like so far. So we are at the finish line, and we are adding in that chopped basil that we did earlier, and we're going to mix that into the soup. We are also going to add in some not grated, but shredded Parmesan cheese, and we're going to mix that into the soup as well. And then once that is done, it is time for you to plate. And when I tell y'all, this is on another level of satisfying. Like, listen, there is no way you can mess this up. Like, no way you can mess this up. My husband just so happened to be home, and when I tell y'all, he demolished this bowl of soup. If I wasn't already married, I'm pretty positive I would be married again. But this was the final product, and I'm adding a little bit more Parmesan cheese to the mix, and we're going to get this in a bowl, and we are going to eat. So when I tell you, it is so easy to make certain things. It is so easy, especially when you have step-by-step directions. TheMoodyFoody did not disappoint with this one, like, at all. So I did go back in and add in the bacon that we cooked earlier, and this is the final product. Again, the full recipe is going to be in the description box. Make sure you all like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I am trying to get to my first 1,000 subscribers, and let me know what you think in the comments. But this was amazing. Like, definitely go to TheMoodyFoody and give her shout out, because she did it with this one. So until next time, I will see you all later. Don't forget to be a badass in the kitchen.